this variation that we use, Evita calls binary stars.
Because when I was in school, I took one science class, which was astronomy, and we learned about stars that circle each other. And so they're orbiting each other like this.
I proposed Wheel of Fortune because of all the rotation. I was outvoted.
I like binary stars better.
So we're going to show this step to you first, a couple of different directions, and then we're going to break it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Beautiful.
And so you'll notice that this does go beyond 8 counts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so it's we would consider it an extension of the outside turn family, because Michael is utilizing the technique of an outside turn to get me started.
So on 3 and 4, everything's normal.
5, 6 is an well, it's not an over rotation for me, but Michael comes with me with his footwork.
Get her step, 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 and then I send her back to where she started. So there's a lot of manipulation through that moment that we're going to break down for you. And actually we're going to start by showing you in this direction. And for those of you at home, we're going to think of ourselves as in terms of clock facings. And right now Evita is at 12 o'clock, and I'm at 6 o'clock. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 5, 6. By this count, Evita is facing what we would call 3 o'clock.
And both of us are facing the same direction.
Now from here, I'm going to have Evita step in front of herself, in front, side, behind.
So I just switched places if I was facing 3 o'clock from Michael's left to his right.
Yeah.
But you'll notice that I'm still facing the 3 o'clock, but Michael has made sort of a cozy perpendicular shape with me.
As Evita steps in front, I step behind myself, so we have step, 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 and that's where we rotate around each other. And then from here, I'm going to send Evita back to where she started with that last rollout.
Let's look at how Michael now is dealing with my arms. Look at this position. He has my rib cage, and he's got his left
hand
knuckles
behind her elbow here.
And he's going to spin me outside like a coin. And I had a step, triple step.
Show it from this side actually, so that they can see with the arms. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There's a lot of manipulation in the middle of this after the 3 and 4. When I send Evita away from me, 5, 6. Do you see how that left hand comes around and collects her? The hand is already around the waist because from this moment I need to move her from the left side of my body to the right side of my body. So we see that change of places right there. Yeah.
And once again, watch Michael's footwork, how he moves around me so that we, again, like binary stars, are rotating around each other.
The success of this is all up to the Wheel of Fortune.
He goes around
6,
me.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
So I think the problem that we have seen occur when people are trying this, when we teach it out in the world, is that like an outside turn, the leaders hold their position and they let her spin away. So this is sometimes what we see happening. If you let her spin away, the move will never work. So at what count does Michael move?
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
So on count 6, Michael actually has to move in the same direction that I'm spinning so that he can corral me and capture me. Another fabulous thing Michael does is he never really lets me go. He is contacting me the whole time.
So as I roll Evita out, right, I pass her from one hand to the other, move her around from hand to hand, so she's constantly being guided through the shape of this. Yeah, from this position. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Maybe the last idea that we could talk about is also the follower's arms. A lot of girls think, oh, where do I put my arms? I don't want to hit him. In fact, girls, just keep your arms steady, still, and in the same place. If you bump into him, that's actually an okay thing because he's going to use that, especially in that last turn, to leverage and push your shoulders for a turn. If anything, if you feel like you're really going to bump him or scratch him, you could turn your arms slightly in, but you don't want to sacrifice the feeling of the upper arm where the elbows are because that's what he needs to catch you and spin you. Also follows, if you keep your elbows up like so, he can more easily contact your waist and your back and your rib cage. If your arms are down like this, then he doesn't know how to catch you.
The worst thing with the hands is what we're going to call, or I will call, the Balboa arm. As I pass Evita from this side to this side, follows, if you lift this left hand, you will hit me in the face. So please, follows, I know this is a moment of disorientation.
Fear, disorientation. Oh my gosh.
But we're going to ask you to stay calm, and as Evita said, hands down, and then I can use that moment to guide you through the shape. So when we do this shape, the last thing I will say is from 7, 8, 9. This moment of 7, 8, 9, I'm going to show you flat on, but you'll reference it in context. From here, when I collect her, do you notice that her sternum is facing on a diagonal?
This is count 6, and I'm on my right foot. Michael is on his left.
From this moment,
7, 8, 9.
we see that her sternum is now facing the other diagonal. So when I'm passing her from one side to the other, there's also a bit of curve to that shape there, and that's going to be from what came prior to that, and it's also what's going to help us resolve with a turn at the end. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.